So I'm going to go over the homework, and I'm going to change a few of the problems. So if you're using homework help, it's going to help you a little bit, but not so much. This one, they're saying, okay, when you have x minus 7, the root is 7. When you have x minus 4, the root is 4. I want you to tell me, given that these are the roots, all I want you to do in this problem is give me the equation in standard form. Okay? So that's what we did from the page before. That's this. Put it in standard form. Okay? By the way, how many roots does this have? 2. What are they? Real. It really crosses at 4 and 7. How many roots does this have? 2. It's imaginary. So it's imaginary. So that means that it would be up here when you graphed it. Or down here when you graphed it. It's not going to cross the x-axis. Okay, the formatting messed up on this one, so I want to zoom in to make sure you're solid. All I want you to do is tell me the degree and tell me whether or not it's a function. So remember, the degree is the highest exponent. The function is, hey, as long as the x is in the numerator, it's a function. If the x is in the denominator, not a function. Anything else, it works, okay? Make sure the formatting messed up, add a square root in there. So I will highlight that to make it more noticeable. All my changes. This one, they want you to put the equation in standard form like we did the page before. We had the fractions. Same thing messed up with the formatting here. Okay. And then here, formatting. Okay. For the inverse, I want to go over a different problem just to remind you of inverse. We've done this before, but it's been a while, right? Okay, so what we do is we first start with the original one. Okay. We start with the x, and we see what's happening first. The first thing that's happening is it's multiplied by 1/2, so I guess I can write that, times 1/2. Then it's subtracting 6. Then it's squaring. Then it's adding 3. So if I was going to do the inverse, I have to go backwards. Subtracting 3, instead of squaring its square root, plus or minus. Instead of subtracting 6, it's adding 6. Instead of multiplying by 1/2, it's dividing by 1/2, which is the same thing as multiplying by 2. We don't divide by things, we multiply by the reciprocal. So if I was to do this, I would take my x, subtract 3, square root it, plus or minus. Don't put plus 6 over here, it looks like it's in the square root, so put it here, and then multiply the whole thing by 2. It's kind of a mean one, but I wanted you to see. F inverse of x equals, I would actually distribute, and I would go 12 plus or minus 2x minus 3. Okay? That will help you with finding the inverse in this one. It's not exactly the same, but it's similar. This, you know what to do. Multiply, 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 multiply. Okay? If you see the pattern, I'm okay with you showing me the pattern to some degree without just copying the answer. Okay? I still want you to do 8-70, but all I'm going to ask you to do is find this third side. That's all I want you to do. This one, I'm okay with you using Desmos, but I want you to list at least 4 points, which you can get on Desmos or you can practice yourself. Now, one thing I want to acknowledge is what's the difference between a geometric sequence and just a function, okay? A function means, okay, I'm going to graph it, and I'm going to be good to go. Say it's a line, it's a U, whatever. A sequence is a list of numbers. So it's this number, then this number, then this number, then this number. There is no in-between number. This is the first number, the second number, the third number, the fourth number. So this is called discrete because they're separate, and this is called continuous. Continuous. I think I spelled that wrong, so I'll put a smiley face there to make it better. Continuous just means it goes on forever, and discrete means that it's separate. You grow continuously, but maybe you only get paid every time you work 1 hour. So if you work 45 minutes, your boss might say, nope, I'm not going to pay you unless you work a full hour. So here's how much you get paid after the first hour, the second hour, the third hour, the fourth hour, discrete. There is no in between. Okay? And then that's it.